Allison Spann's father was the first American killed in Afghanistan. He was shot during a prison riot when she was only 9 years old. The man blamed for the uprising, Mullah Mohammed Fazl, was just released from Guantanamo in exchange for Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. Now, 12 years ago, we spoke with Allison's stepmother right here on the record. And how old are the children?
Allison is about to turn 10, and Emily's 4. Jake's 10 months.
And how are they doing?
They're doing well, as well as could be expected, I guess.
Allison Spann joins us now. Good evening, Allison.
Good evening, Greta.
Allison, I never know quite what to say in these circumstances. I feel terrible for you having lost your father, and we covered it, and we all feel that. And I imagine that this swap is a swap that certainly has caught your attention.
Definitely. It was quite shocking when I first heard the news.
How did you learn the news, and what do you think?
I first heard the news. I had heard about the Bergdahl swap, and I immediately called my grandfather and consulted him about current affairs like I usually do. And he said to me, I think that 2 of the prisoners who were just swapped were present at College Angie when your father was killed. And at first I was completely shocked, and I called my stepmother, and she surfed around and she confirmed that that was true. And so as a whole, my family and I just had some discussions about it, and we were all extremely shocked and saddened that our government would do something like this.
What do you think would have been the better idea?
It's hard to say because it is a tough situation, but I believe that the Obama administration could have come up with a better solution. I don't think that America negotiating with terrorists should ever happen. And, it's being debated right now that whether or not Obama consulted with Congress, but to me, it should never be a question of if the president consulted with Congress before making a decision such as this.
You were old enough. You were 9 or 10 years old, I guess, when this happened. And so, you've had to grow up without a father. I'm curious to know how it's been for you, knowing that your father was the first one who was lost in Afghanistan.
It's always hard. Growing up without a father, you always think about, milestones in your life. You wish he'd been there. I just recently graduated from college, and I thought about him and my mother all day. But there's also a great sense of pride. I'm very proud to be the daughter of Johnny Michael Spann, not just because of the way he died, but because of the way he lived. He instilled so many great things in me, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm grateful that I was his daughter.
As you see sort of the world unfold the last couple nights in Iraq, obviously not where your father died, your thoughts about war and about our foreign policy is what?
We're in a crisis situation. I think that Americans have become complacent. I think that we need to start becoming aware and up to date on current affairs. I think that the American people need to expect more from their leadership than what we're getting right now. And the only way to do that is to stay up to date on what's happening and, put pressure on the government and question the decisions that are being made.
Allison, thank you very much for joining us. And again, I'm terribly sorry about your father and you having to grow up without your father. But your father was a hero. Thank you.
Thank you, Greta.